Morning, everybody. What's going on? What's going on? We about to spill some tea. All we asking you guys to do is make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and we'll be right on back,
Yeah,
babies.
that's all we need for y'all to do.
Hit that like, share, and subscribe.
Let me see if I can get this. This. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. It's your boy J Day,
And your girl Yodi.
and we spilling the tea. Bring your tea without the honey, cause
Cause
it
it
ain't
ain't sweet.
sweet.
It ain't
It ain't
sweet at
sweet at
all.
all. What's going on, everybody? How the hell is everybody doing?
This
I hope
morning.
y'all, for real, I hope y'all got y'all tea brewed on up and your coffee brewed on up. Wipe the coal out your eye, the crud on out. Wipe it on out, y'all. For real.
And then the slop.
Right. Drool and
Right,
shit. You know,
yeah,
all that morning nastiness. Wipe it on out. Shrug your shoulders. You
right,
know
wake
what
it
you
on up. Wake it
right.
on
You know
up.
what you're working with,
That's right. Wake it
You know
on
what you're
up.
working with.
Oh my.
Oh man.
Yeah, take
So
this
Yoni,
time
what's
out
going
to share.
on?
Take
What's
this
going
time out
on with
to
you?
share. Huh?
And I said, well, what's going on with you this morning? How's everything? How's everything with your baby?
Everything good. Everything good. Can't complain. I could, but ain't nobody gonna listen any damn way, right?
Right, for real.
So
Right.
what's the sense? This
I don't
shit
want to
the hell
listen to
up.
you. I don't want to hear you.
I don't want to hear you until
Got
you
my
post.
own
Until
right.
you
Got my own
post
damn
it.
problems.
Until you post it, everybody like, oh my god, oh
Yeah.
man,
What happened?
got the Karen heart.
Right. Anything bad that's going on in your life, they want to, they
I
want
know.
to, they want to sympathize, for
Mhm.
you. Oh well,
Mhm.
what happened?
Mhm.
When shit going right for you, nobody care.
No,
they
nobody don't care. They be
don't
like,
want to be happy for you.
they be like,
That's one thing they don't want. They don't want to be happy. They don't want to be
no.
that.
But isn't that something though? Isn't that
I, I
something?
I know it's bad. It is bad.
It is.
Mercedes, good morning. Good morning.
Good
How you
morning.
how you feeling? I gotta call Mercedes. Man, I
You
gotta
just
call
what?
her.
You just
I
what?
just been busy working and just doing this overtime trying to build a house and it's just
It
stressful.
is. It really
It's
is.
stressful.
It
You
really
know.
is. It really is.
Oh,
So what's
but
going
yeah,
on with you, Jay? What you been up to? How
every
your week been going?
everything good. Everything good. I can't complain. Just working. Holidays is coming. Got the whole catering thing going on. So, guys, your boy do the catering. Y'all need anything? Pies. I got you. Food, whatever it is that you guys need, I got you. I got you. So yeah, I'm pretty busy with with the catering, especially
Beautiful.
next week. Next week, I got so many orders. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep up
Oh
for
God.
real. Yeah.
You
And
might need
speaking of which, I made a video yesterday, a live video. Well, actually last night I went to BJ's
uh-huh.
and because I had some food prepping to do or whatever, and I bought a bag of spinach, right?
Uh-huh.
And mind you, the spinach is supposed to be fresh. On the label it says that it's thoroughly cleaned and dried.
Mm-hmm.
Before they put it out there.
Right.
I looked in the bag. I didn't even open it. It was a whole bug in there. A whole bug.
A whole bug.
A whole bug in my bag of spinach.
I
Can you
seen the
imagine?
video. I seen the video that you did. Let me ask you, was it any I mean, I've never seen a bug like that.
Me either. Me either.
Hmm.
But you best believe I got my receipt. I ain't open up the bag.
Mm-hmm.
I for one, I would never buy bag lettuce. Like I'm traumatized now. Like that's traumatizing. And a lot of people, they rely on these whoever like these companies that make bag salads, they rely on what they say. You know,
Right.
you telling us that it's cleaned and everything. So a lot of people eat bag salad and just make their salad without washing it. I always wash my salad,
Right.
always.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
Yes.
but some people don't. Some
Right.
people don't because they
Right.
relying on the company. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's
Mm-hmm.
crazy,
Right. I mean,
crazy.
you
I
should
think
always.
so.
To me, you should watch whatever it is that you get. For me, but like you
Mhm.
said, some people don't because they rely on that crispness. Because the
Mhm.
more water and the more saturated your vegetable is, it wilts the leaf after a while. So some of them do
It
rely on
will
just
work.
being able to take it out the bag and put it into the bowl. I mean, I still rinse it and stuff because you never know.
Exactly.
But yeah, you have them that,
Yeah.
that do that. Just think of the one running off to work and want to do a quick salad. They just start putting everything in a bowl and run off to work, and you got a bug in your bowl. Mm-mm.
And mind you, I'm selling this. That could ruin a person's reputation. And whether a caterer, you know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, I'm meal prepping. Like, can you imagine had
yeah.
I not just do it, took it right out of the bag and made salads and not washed it, in which, like I said, some people do. And
Mm,
a client of mine gets, they open up the meal and they see a whole bug. They start eating and then there's a bug in there.
exactly
Man, that,
right.
that would ruin somebody's reputation.
Oh,
Come on.
definitely, because they're not gonna believe it was in the bag like that. They're gonna believe that was you.
It came from where
You.
exactly.
Yeah, they're not gonna believe that it was in
Exactly.
the bag. So that's so true. So that FYI, people, remember to always wash.
Wash your
Inspect
wash
the
your
bag.
lettuce.
Inspect the bag when you buy it. First of all, and look around it. Yeah, we can't take it for granted no more. Put it once you get it home. Wash it. Do whatever you need to do.
Oh
Inspect
no, no, no,
things.
no. I'm contacting a lawyer. I'm not playing.
Yeah, I mean some.
I'm not playing. I'm contacting a lawyer for one. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show them the bag. Hold on, I'm gonna
Okay.
show y'all this bag. I got it in the freezer. I mean in the refrigerator. I ain't opened it up. I'm gonna show it to you.
Oh man, that's crazy. Oh, Mercedes, I'm sorry you've been sick. Are you feeling better? I hope you're feeling better.
Oh, you said she's been sick? I'm so,
Yeah.
Miss. Yeah, I gotta call you. I'm gonna call you, Mercedes. But I don't know if y'all can see it.
Move
Can
it
you
over a
see it?
little bit. Move it over a little bit, Jay. No, the other way. Yeah, yeah. What kind of bug is that? That looks crazy. It don't even look like a fly. Good morning, Keisha. Good
I don't know what kind
morning.
of
I don't
I
know
don't know
what
what
kind of
kind of
bug
bug
that
it is.
is. Mm-mm. What brand is that?
But
What brand is that?
uh, Fresh Express.
Fresh
Fresh
Express,
Express.
y'all. So y'all
I
know.
ain't even look and I didn't even open it. It's a whole bug in here. Like clearly. You can clearly see it. It's
So
crazy.
you guys be careful of Hi Marlene, good morning. Good morning. Be careful of these bagged vegetables, okay? Because you don't know what you're getting anymore when it
Yeah.
comes to your
You
food.
don't.
You don't know what you're getting. That's why they say pray over it, because you have to. Because we don't know what we're
For
getting
real.
anymore.
It makes you think how many bugs did I eat in my life? You
Oh,
know what I'm
great,
saying?
Jay. Thank you.
Buying bag salads and shit.
Yep, you never know. You never know. Oh my gosh. But we want to thank everyone for waking up this morning to come and join us. We
Yes.
appreciate you guys. I see Keisha. I told you, right? So you know you're gonna be in for one of them
Keisha,
pies. I
Keisha,
could come bring you the pie.
Keisha Red Owens, good morning.
Yes.
Marlene Daly, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thank you guys for watching the show. So without further ado, let's get started. So the topic of the week is how far would you go to keep your marriage or keep your relationship? How
Yeah.
far would you go? And we basing this topic off of, the whole Will Smith and Jada Pinkett situation, everything that's circulating with them and, the infidelity in their marriage, especially when you got kids involved, like, how far would you go?
Right.
Jada calling this, I call it infidelity. I call it cheating.
Okay.
Since you was in a whole marriage and you calling it
Wait.
an entanglement.
Wait a minute,
No, sis,
Jay.
that wasn't an entanglement. You was sleeping with your son's best friend.
But wait, Jay.
And it's not.
Jay. You said she was in a whole marriage. So what's a half a marriage? Just tell me what a half a marriage is.
Sis was in a whole you well not when you in a whole marriage, and
Yeah.
it's not even just you and your husband. There's children involved.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got children involved, and you this infidelity is going on, and it's like as the child, as Jaden being that your best friend, like how do you heal from that? How do you heal from your mom sleeping with your best friend?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I mean,
a lot of us.
but was she doing that? Because I know you said, what would we do in order to, how far, to be able to keep our relationship, or, you know, my thing is did they have an agreement? Did they have an agreement, some sort of agreement within their marriage that they would allow other people to come into their marriage? So that's one thing that we want to look at too. Like, what was the agreement? Was it okay? Because at one time, I don't know how true it is, but at one time it was said that they were swingers and, they were into that kind of lifestyle.
Lifestyle,
So,
yeah.
right, was it under contract that we are only in this kind of lifestyle when it's beneficial to me, or is this just something that we do? I
Hmm.
don't understand, because if they're into that and they're committed to that kind of lifestyle, does that make it wrong? Is that cheating when we have agreed that we are allowing other people to come into our relationship or our marriage?
That's a good question. Well, Keisha Red Owen says, if I'm not mistaken, they claim it was an open
An
marriage.
open marriage.
And you know what? I like whether they had an agreement or not.
Mm-hmm.
If you I This is just how I mean I don't, whether it's right or wrong, that's your opinion. I think it's wrong. When you
Okay.
are married, that's a commitment to somebody. You have committed yourself to a lifetime. That's a lifetime commitment.
Mm-hmm.
So if you decided to have that kind of agreement to bring people into your relationship,
Mm-hmm.
it's one thing if you are married and there's no kids involved. You
Mm-hmm.
know, there's no kids involved. That's one thing. Do your marriage however you please, however you see fit. But
Mm-hmm.
when there are kids involved, especially like I said, going back to what I said, especially when it's your son's best friend,
Mm-hmm.
that it's selfish. It's insensitive. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
How do you heal from that? Especially when your mother. A mother and a son's bond. That's it's just unbreakable. I just couldn't. I don't. I couldn't. I just couldn't wrap my finger around like how Jaden is really feeling, and then you being in a public eye as well. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of stress to take on. And then people, his fans and people, everybody, the media is looking for a reaction. Their lives have been so enclosed. You know what I'm saying? There's always been speculation about them having an open marriage or whatever. But now that it's actually came out, it's in the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
How does Jaden feel? How do you really feel about it? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's a hard pill. It's a hard pill to swallow. It's a
I'm quite
hard pill to
sure.
swallow.
I'm quite sure it is. Keisha says, "Oh, good morning, Naomi." Um, Keisha says it's not cheating if it's an agreement. LOL. My thing is when you really look at it, children in general, right? Parents do certain things that children become embarrassed for, or they feel like especially celebrity children. I'm quite sure that many of them, when you hear these unsung stories and things that go on in their life behind the scenes, a lot of these children have been taunted or scarred from certain things that their parents have done. I just feel like if this is something that they had agreed upon before they started having children, they should have went back and revamped it after they
Of
started having
course.
children,
Of
so that
course.
maybe the children wouldn't be so affected by it. um some children, some parents, they get with the children's friends. I know someone who's in a situation and she's actually was with her one of her daughter's friends, actually. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So, situations happen, and the thing is how we sit down our children to deal with them, because I think honestly that they had issues with their children way before this entanglement happened. I think situations was going on when they had the picture of Willow with the young man, and
Hmm.
a picture was taken like that. I think that their situation, as far as their children was concerned, that they had issues before, of course, before this. I think it's a much bigger problem opposed to
Hmm.
Jada's well, entanglement, her cheating, her infidelity, whatever it is. I think that the problem stems from a bigger root opposed to just what's going on right now. I think Jaden had issues way before this. You
Well,
know.
she did say that she was battling depression
Mhm.
for a long time,
Mhm.
but that doesn't negate your responsibilities as far as your commitment, to your husband. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
If it's just like, okay, how far? They went far. They went far to the point where now it's out in the limelight, and the thing about it is they're making it seem like as if everything is okay.
Uh huh.
You know, it's gonna along. Trust me. Somewhere down the line, it's gonna be an outburst with someone in that family
Mhm.
because there still hasn't been any healing, and I can see it, because when they she had posted on her page that they were having a table talk, and Jaden would be a substitute for Willow. So
Mhm.
I'm reading the comments, everybody's like, I'm waiting to see. People was waiting for a reaction as far as Jaden's response, regarding his mother's infidelity,
Mhm.
in which there was nothing,
Well,
you
you know
know.
what? It may not bother him as much as everybody think it does because you don't know what kind of infidelity he has seen with his father. Some people actually are able to make that adjustment because it's like, yeah, maybe I wouldn't have wanted to be with my friend, but I see what my mom go through. I see what my mom has went through, things that we haven't seen. So maybe he's able to actually take it better than we think because of what he has seen beyond the cameras. He have seen his mother probably go through that depression. He has seen his mother's unhappiness. He have felt his mother's pain. So maybe he wouldn't condone it being with his friend, but he can actually condone what happened because he understands. So he may understand more than we think he does.
I Like I said, for me personally,
Uh huh.
okay, that's one thing. Everybody, I'm sure every son want to see their mom happy. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? There's no doubt in that. But
Shut up,
she
Yanni.
went to, your happiness. You went too far to be happy, sis. You
Okay.
went you went you went too far to be happy. Like that's too close to home.
Yeah,
That's
but
just
that's
really
what I'm saying.
too
Who's to
close to home
say? Who's to
for
say
me.
where anyone's happiness lies? It's like we can't put a distance on happiness. It's like where do your happiness lies? So at that time, her happiness just maybe was right there in front of the door, or it could have been a million miles away. I don't know, but we can't put a distance on somebody's happiness. You know what I mean? We only know about this entanglement. We don't know if she ever had any kind of relationship with somebody else that probably wasn't even by the home. You know what I mean? We don't know. But she found happiness there. The whole thing is that's what you're looking for. You're looking for happiness. So if it's
Right.
if you're at your front door, you're gonna grab it. People gonna grab whatever piece of happiness they could get, especially when they're depressed. It's either I sleep with him and be with him, or I commit suicide. Which one maybe Jaden is thinking I would rather for my mom to be with him than for my mom to commit suicide. We don't know. It's the
No,
lesser of two evils.
we don't know, but when you are living in, the limelight,
Mm-hmm.
people have a perception of you know how they see you. You know what I'm saying? They have that.
Mm-hmm.
They look at you. They're being idolized now. Oh, Jada and Will, they're a power couple. They're a strong couple. Black love. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So to see, when you seeing all of that, this is what you're thinking in your mind until
Mm-hmm.
you see otherwise. And then now, like I said, there's been so many speculations about their relationship being open, but nothing was never said until this whole situation came out. You
Right.
know,
Right.
now they done came out. People like I saw that whole Red Talk interview.
Uh-huh.
They went around it. They went around that whole. It just. I mean, did you see it? I got nothing out of it. No, no, no. It wasn't enough. You talking about there's some healing that needs to be done,
Yeah, it's some
sis.
healing. I seen the one with her and Will. And it is some
Uh-huh.
healing and certain things, I don't condone myself. I wouldn't want to, honestly, I wouldn't even want to sleep with one of my son's friends. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, no, just
Yeah,
no.
look.
That's too much in my business.
Keisha Red Owen said, she said, that's just trifling. She says the kids' friends are off
Off
limits.
limits,
Facts. They're off limits. That
right?
it goes back. That's a hard pill to swallow. I don't care what scenario you come up with. There's no excusing that. There's just no excusing that. It's just no, especially the kind of relationship that I have with my mother. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't need, honestly, we supposed to forgive and move on, but I guess, in that situation for me, it would have to take a lot of time to heal those wounds.
Right. I'm
It
not
would have
saying
to
that
take,
it's.
it would have to take a lot of time, because and especially, it's one thing when you are, it's just a ordinary family that's not living in the limelight. You
Mm-hmm,
know, once Pandora's box is open and
mm-hmm.
everybody knows about it, that it's one thing. People say, "Oh, words don't." What's that? What's that saying? Sticks and
Six
stone
souls may
will break.
hurt, break my bones.
No, words hurt. Words hurt. That shit starts to
No, it
affect
does.
you.
No, it
You
does,
know
and
what I'm
I'm not
saying?
saying that.
Especially when you walking around and
Right.
you got paparazzi coming at you. Oh, Jaden, how do you feel about your mom's infidelity? Like, you don't think this shit is that is gonna take a long. That situation is gonna go down in history.
No,
You
I'm not
know.
saying that it was right. Okay, I'm not. Like I said, I couldn't sleep with none of my son's friends. But what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying is, even in that situation with people asking him questions or how he feels about it, he may be able to handle it a little better than we may even think because of the things that he have seen. What you allow in your household or been done in your household, how you feel, you have every right to feel that way. But that's not always the case in somebody else's household. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's not always the situation. Like they have situations, and like you said, being in the paparazzi, they're gonna find every little thing. Like when they tried to come out because he was dressing different, they was trying to say that he was gay, and he had to deal with that. There's so many things that this child had to deal with at such a young age.
Mm-hmm.
Even with him, his dad pushing him. When they was
With that movie,
right for the movie, and Jada,
Karate Kid.
right, and Jada was there to like be there for him. So you really that bond that even though his mom did what she did, that bond that he has with his mom for whatever reason, for whatever went on, after the cameras is off, he still has that connection with his mom, and I really feel like they will definitely get over this. Paparazzi gonna be who they are. Look, we got
Mm-hmm.
trolls on social media that be coming at you, hating on you. That's a part of life. That's a part of life. Whether people come on here and be like, "Yo, uh, Yolanda, y'all full of shit," or something like that. It's gonna be that way. You're gonna have
Yeah.
certain situations, but what went on in their home, and what they agreed to, and what these children have seen from day one. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
this is something that now they're like, okay, it's coming more to the surface. Okay, look, how do we deal with this? How power couples? I don't think that stopped them from being a power couple. I'm not gonna lie to you.
See, we don't, like you said, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
Exactly, and that's why I don't judge
Honestly,
because I don't know.
I feel like it's a facade that's being put on, you
Hmm.
know, and I think that's what it's all about with the Smiths. I'm sorry, like I feel like they are faking the fraud. I really do. Will Smith he looks very uncomfortable in that interview with Oprah Winfrey. I
Hmm.
don't know if y'all seen that or not. He
I've
just
seen it.
looked. He tried to convey to her that he was okay with his wife, with this whole, open marriage or open relationship or whatever. I don't think so. They may have been okay with it, but like I said, now that it's out in the forefront and everybody has their opinions about it,
Hmm.
don't think for once that they're not being affected by it. 50 Cent, 50 Cent is messy as hell. he gonna text. I remember and then he posted it. It just goes to show you how messy he is. You would think that he's reaching out to Will, to console him, as showing concern
Mm-hmm.
about all this is going on.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than him doing that, he's gonna say, "This is what he said." He said, hey yo, Will, are you okay?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm okay, man." He's like, "I'm here because I'm just wondering, how you feel about your wife getting banged out by August Alsina." This is what this man text messages him. And Will Smith's response to him was like, "Fuck you, 50." Excuse me. He posted that on Instagram.
Oh
You know,
God.
so like little stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's out, and now people know about it. People know about it. You don't think that shit don't affect that would have listened. When it comes to a man, as strong as we are, when it comes to the ones that we love, it hurts. It
Okay,
hurts.
but it hurts
No
women
matter,
too.
no matter,
Don't
no
get it
matter,
twisted.
no matter how, what kind of arrangement we had, and like I said, they could have been okay with that. Them, that open marriage thing going on. It could have been okay in the beginning, but now that it's out there, nah, it's affecting them
But you
in
know what?
some
But I'm gonna tell you
way
something.
or form. I'm
That's
sorry.
the chance you take. That's the chance he took. Like I said, there's a consequence to pay for every action.
Oh,
That's the
definitely.
chance that he took. He knew that one day, sooner or later, it was gonna come out. Nothing is ever hidden but for so long.
But I
So
don't think so. I don't think with them. I don't think it was gonna come out like
I'm gonna tell
that.
you
You know what
something.
I'm
It
saying?
wouldn't have even got this far if Will would have if it was the other way around. I don't even think it would be all of this like this because this is what men are accustomed to doing, and this is what the way people are accustomed to thinking. If it was the other way around, because I'm quite sure, even when Jada was speaking before, and she said everything that she was going through with Will that nobody will ever know, and she kept that and she held that. She
Well,
held
I
that.
mean, but she already said she already said that there was infidelity going on. But it's. I'm sorry. I might be biased or whatever, but when y'all do it, it just hit different. It just hit
What the
different.
hell?
It
Are you
just hit. It just
Jay?
hit.
I see why they got
I'm
this on.
sorry.
What?
It
Are
just.
you kidding me
I'm
right
just.
now?
I'm just. It
Shut
just
the
hit
hell up.
different.
I'm
You know.
talking about something now. See, this is what I'm
You
talking
know.
about, ladies. Ladies, we got to come together because these men, they be hitting me from every which way. I got my son over there in the cut, okay? And then I got Jay right here on the side. What you mean there's no feeling? What you talking about? There's
I'm
no
sorry.
feeling? Nah,
It's definitely because at the end
no,
of the day,
no. There ain't no real
she
talk.
would have
That's real
she would have
bullshit.
been she would have been out of
Nigga, be on
here.
the
She would
show.
have been
I'm
out of
sorry,
here
Jay. He up here.
because
No, 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 no. Ain't no real
top
talk.
of the morning Facebook user.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Wait, we gonna see.
Sean Barnes, what's going on?
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. Nah,
yeah.
it don't
Listen,
hit no different. We handle it differently, but it doesn't hit no different. We
nah,
handle it
you're
differently. No,
listen.
it
Him,
hurts us too. It hurts us too. What do you mean?
I'm sorry.
No, we just
I'm
handle it
sorry.
differently.
What Jada did, what she did was wrong. She did was what she
What?
did
What
was
you mean that's
wrong.
not ladylike?
It's
Man,
not. It's not
hey,
ladylike. I'm
I'm
sorry.
here.
Yo, Hayes. I'm gonna
That,
need you
no,
on
no,
cam,
no,
bro.
no, no,
I'm
no.
gonna need
That
you on
wait,
cam.
hold up. That's a Williams right there. That one ain't Hayes.
um,
See, I get it everywhere. My sons are
um,
horrible. My
Nigel Fraser, put a stock in it. Why don't you? Put a stock in it. Why don't you?
Keisha and Nigel. That's right. You bugging. Wait, I gotta give them an applause. Thank you. Woo,
Well,
thank you,
listen.
Keisha and Nigel, cause y'all bugging. We
Well,
do.
listen. The lines are free. Y'all are more than welcome to dial on in
Oh,
718
wait. Let me get
775
my. Yes,
3609.
yes. The lines are
Y'all are
open.
more than welcome to dial on and give us your views, give us your opinions. I mean, I just feel like I said, what she did was wrong. You want to have a non-traditional marriage? That's fine. That's fine. My opinion? No. Once you're committed, you're committed. But if whatever works for your marriage works for your marriage. But when there are kids involved, I think it's selfish and I think it's insensitive. I'm sorry.
Well,
That's
but
just
that's
my
what I'm saying.
opinion.
But he probably
Sorry.
saw that selfishness and that insensitivity from his father first. Okay, that's
It's
what.
always got to be the man, though, right? It's
Right?
always
Why
got to be
not?
the man.
Why not? Listen. He the one that probably came up with the contract because he couldn't even allow her to curse in the house. He was already putting rules down. So
I'm sorry.
he was putting the rules down.
It's easier to be forgiven. A
He
man
was,
to be forgiven.
he was putting
It's
the rules.
easy for. It's easier for a man to be forgiven for infidelity than a woman. I'm sorry. You
What?
know, once a good girl is gone, she gone forever. Once she gone forever.
Oh Lord, 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 please help this man, Lord,
She
Lord.
gone. Out of here.
Lord,
Out of
this
here.
man, I'm telling you, something wrong with Jay today.
Like
Please,
D said,
please,
she for the streets. That's what she for.
please
She for the
excuse
streets.
Jay. Please excuse Jay. Something in that coffee, that tea. Okay, we want to forgive Jay because he not what he say. Forgive Jay. He not know what he say, y'all. See, he steady drinking, right? And talking nonsense. He drinking a cup full of
I
nonsense.
got a hottie toddy.
He drinking
Yeah.
a cup full of nonsense, all right? That's right. What Keisha said, it started with Will cheated so much. That's right. She was like, you know what? We both gonna get some. I believe that.
No.
Yes.
So then walk
Yes.
away. So walk
Yes.
away. Walk away.
Walk
Like I said,
away.
it goes back to being selfish. I think that their status got the best of them. You know. Oh, and I don't even think it because in the beginning it was love. It was love. I mean that's what it seemed to be. But now they got married young. They got married. Sometimes you do grow out of love. You grow out of it. You
Come
know.
on, he was married. This was his second marriage already. He ain't married no young. He already know. He already knew.
He was in his 20s when he got married.
Okay, some people can. That's no excuse. No excuse.
It's
what?
Like I said.
She wasn't still with Tupac. Why are you talking to you?
So they got married. They got married fairly young, and maybe they did fall out of love. But like I said, you can't do those kind of things when there's just children involved. It just messes up the whole family dynamic. It does. Other people's feelings are involved.
Thank you, Nigel. Read Nigel's comment, Day.
It's not about your feelings.
Day. Read Nigel's comment.
If you have an open relationship, most likely the children were raised knowing this. You have people that practice polygamy, and it's adapted by the family.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, I know. Listen, I know a lot of Africans, and I had to learn that. I know a lot of African people that come from polygamy families, and I started asking questions like, yo, how did that work? One dude I know, his pops had like 6 wives, big family. And he told me, he was just like, yo, when it came, he said, yeah, there were times where arguments and stuff arose amongst the family, especially with the women, he said, but when stuff like that happened, they figured, they figure a way to diffuse it so that it doesn't keep prolonging. He said, but when things were great. One wife will cook for the family, another wife will cook, but I mean, it's non-traditional, but in certain cultures, it's acceptable. In our culture where we living, it's just different.
Well, I guess in their household, it wasn't. That's what they agreed to. They agreed to have an open marriage, and that's because that's what Will wanted. All right, just like when he didn't want her to talk about her mouth or her language, and how he hit her on the nose or something like she was a dog. Well, hit her with a newspaper like she was a dog. You know how belittling that is. Honestly, don't hit me. I don't condone any hitting.
She embarrassed that man in public.
You don't hit me like I'm a dog. You pull me to the side. You do whatever it takes. You walk away. Isn't that what you said? You walk away.
Maybe she carried on like a dog. Maybe she carried on like a dog.
No, and you don't have no right. He had no right to hit her with a newspaper. You know what that did to her. From that moment on, we don't know how that really affected her. Okay? You don't hit me
But
with a
he
newspaper.
was affected by her embarrassing him in public.
Well, then you pull me to the side.
With
You
her
pull.
aggressive ways.
Listen, you pull me to the side. You don't, or you walk away. You don't hit me. I don't condone no hitting, but not with a newspaper. You know how demeaning that is? That's what they hit dogs with when they want them to obey. No. So that was his lineup. He wanted an open relationship, and he just didn't know how to handle it. No jokey joke my foot.
What makes you think that he wanted it?
Because you think he would have went down any other way? This is the same person.
I'm sorry. I think she wanted it.
No.
I think she wanted it.
No. If he didn't want it,
she wanted it so bad. She wanted it so bad. She slept with her son's best
friend.
No,
if he didn't want it, it wouldn't have been happening. If he didn't want it wouldn't have been happening. If he didn't want it, it wouldn't have been happening. It's something that he wanted. All right? It's something that he wanted. He had that control. And that's why she was so depressed, because she wasn't allowed to be who she was. Yeah, you got to think about even how they grew up. Look at Jada. She likes that life. She is part of that thug life. Ain't nothing wrong with that. She likes that. You know, and then you're going to tell me I can't curse, I can't be this person. He got her into a relationship trying to change her.
Keisha Red Owens, of course she was. Of course you would say she wanted it first.
Wait a minute.
Of course, y'all would say
that's
that.
Right, Keisha. That's right. He wanted it, and the thing is, he did, and you don't even know how many people he probably paid off.
Even if he did want it first, she got caught.
No, she didn't get caught. You know what?
And then on top of it, you straight up just being real flashy with it too.
Because it's open. We have an agreement. How am I getting caught on something that we agreed to? This is what I don't understand. Because now he's in his feelings? Because he's young, a young stud? That man
gave his for himself.
You know what it was? You know why he got busted? You know why it came out? Because that young stud was riding right. And when she went back to Will, she was like this. Oh boy, here we go again. That's why it's time to open now.
Jada put a spell on that young man.
And he put a spell on her too.
He put a spell. That man said he gave his for self to her.
And I'm telling you,
and his for self.
I'm gonna tell you something right now, because I'm gonna tell you, y'all men are sneaky.
She did something to that.
No,
boy.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you this. That just is sneaky.
I feel more sorry for him than I do for her.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you something. He ain't stupid.
She done moved on. Look how you see how she done moved on.
You know why? I'm gonna tell you something. He would have moved on too.
As she should.
That's right.
I ain't messing with you this morning.
That's right.
Look, what you got in your cup?
Let him have it, Keith. That's right. You know the problem with that is because he was also used to certain lifestyle, just being Jada's friend and being her lover. And he didn't want that to stop either. He ain't stupid. Yeah, she put some, I'm in love. Yeah, of course you are. I'm in love. No. He ain't stupid.
But just look, I like I said, I feel sorry for that young man. You know why? He was an up and coming artist. They done destroyed that whole man's career. I
mean, what career?
She got her husband. She got her husband to lean on. What? You know what do he got now?
That was the consequence. That was the consequence. Cause she said, "I'm not leaving my lifestyle for. I'm not doing that. I'm not leaving my lifestyle." So that's another consequence.
It's a lot.
That's right, Keith. He'll be just fine.
No, that was...
He'll be just fine, Keith. You're right, Keith. He'll be just fine. He'll be all right. He'll be all right with his young ass. He'll be all right. That's it.
See, that's fucked up.
He'll be all right, Keith.
Oh, man. That's wrong.
Keisha, absolutely right.
You see how insensitive y'all could be?
That's wrong. What do you mean?
That man, look, they done took money. Y'all don't even understand. You see, there's a lot of shit that we don't know about them Smiths.
Okay,
Okay, that we
okay.
think that they all peachy and good people. You see, I don't know if you know what they did to Tisha Campbell and Dwayne, her husband. You know, they were all best friends. You know what I'm saying? Like
Uh
at the
huh.
end of the day, when they went separate ways, they divorced. I feel like like we as brothers stick together, y'all as sisters stick together.
Mm-hmm.
Jada Pinkett sided with with Dwayne, with her husband. They lent that man money and everything. That you understand what that did to Tisha Campbell? It's like,
Okay.
come on, you know what I'm saying? Come on, come on.
Mm-hmm.
You was best friends with this woman, and then you just totally alienated yourself from her, just deaded the friendship and sided with Dwayne.
But I'm gonna tell you.
People were speculating that Will Smith and Dwayne was involved, you know, with each other. That there was speculations about that too. I don't know. I don't know. So
But
we don't know. We don't really know. It's just something about the Kool-Aid that just ain't
But wait a
sweet.
minute.
Something about that
That's
Kool-Aid ain't
that
sweet.
tea. That tea ain't sweet. Because I'm gonna tell you something. But if you know that this is their MO, because this is what he did to the lady that played on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She had a thing where he just let her go, because they had one little falling out. Her career went down for that. You know what I mean? So if you know that this is these people's MO, why even get yourself entangled up with it? They're not stupid. Everybody think they're going to be different. Everybody think I'm going to be the one that's going to come out on top. No, this is their MO. You only getting what you give out. You only getting what you give out. This is the way they are. If this is the way they are, then why do you expect any different? Why do you expect anything different?
But some people don't show their true colors until later
You
on.
don't have
You
to. The
know,
media
I don't
shows
think
their
that
true
woman.
colors.
I don't think Tisha knew that was going to happen. And then let me see. Keisha Red says that he was abusing her. That Dwayne was abusing Tisha too. So my thing is, if that was the case, why would you condone that? You know what I'm saying, by lending this man money? You know what I'm saying? They
Wait,
lent
wait,
that man
wait.
money.
So
They
they
lent that man money.
right on the strength of all right. So you mean to tell me if somebody comes to your friend, I mean, if he's beating her, whatever the case may be, I'm not going to say that it's right that he's beating her, but I guess they could have felt that this money is going to help them, not just him. It may have been that situation. We
How
don't
was
know
it
if
helping?
Tisha.
How was it helping him if he broke?
We don't.
He broke.
Yeah, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They were still together. They were still together when they lent him the money.
Yeah, they
So they
were.
probably
But what
thought
I'm
it was
saying
helping the family, not just him. So as a man, you go and borrow the money. As I don't have to. You the head of the house. You go and you ask them for the money, right? So that's what he did. He went and
no,
asked
no,
them
no,
for
no,
the
no, no, no,
money.
no, no, no. He borrowed that money when they were going through their divorce. That ain't had nothing to do
He
with.
had borrowed. Well, he had borrowed money from them before the divorce too. They had got
Mm-hmm.
money from them because they said it had came out that they owed them money, and I think that they didn't want to loan them no more money. They had came out before the divorce that they had borrowed money from them. And if
That's
you're my real
crazy.
friend, that shouldn't even hit the media. That should
Exactly.
let you know.
But see that's why it goes back to what I said about them Smiths. We think that they all on the up and up. Nah,
And where
them and
does
they non-traditional family values.
and where does it stem from? The head. The head. When the
Yeah.
head is out of order,
Like
this
like
is what
Jada was on.
happens.
See, you know what? Jada was already broken before she got into that marriage
And he
with
knew
Will.
that. He knew she was broken. He used that. That's where his biggest problem was
Here
because
we
he
go.
knew. He knew how she felt about Tupac. He knew that. He knew it. He could never accept it. To this day, he still can't accept it.
I think he could. If he couldn't accept it, he wouldn't have married that
It
woman.
doesn't matter
He wanted.
because
He wanted
he thought he could
just.
change.
He want no. What it
Yes, he
was
thought
is
she could change.
what it was is that his first marriage failed. Okay,
I wonder
and
why.
he didn't want his second marriage to fail. You
You
know, he
no.
didn't want his second. He didn't want. He said it. He said it. He didn't want his second marriage fail. So getting a divorce for them was not an option.
Right, and
Is
like
what
you
they said.
said,
They
the
said it
whole
wasn't an
thing,
option.
and like you said, the whole thing was a facade because he thought that he could love her away from Tupac. He thought he could love her enough for her to overcome that love that she had for him, and was not the case. Even that tribute that she had on Instagram, where it was Tupac's birthday or something, I ain't never seen nothing like that about Will. Never. Never. And if I'm wrong, y'all could post it, say whatever, if y'all could show it. I never seen anything the way
Well,
she expressed herself about him.
recently on the table talk, she had, poured. I guess, and I just kind of thought that was a facade too. I'm sorry. Everything that she does, I just think is fake now. She's not as transparent as I thought she was. But anyway, she did on the table talk, just giving him recognition as a good, how good of a father he is, and she cried. Did you see that? Did you
Yeah,
see
I've
that?
seen
And
that.
I was just like, I mean, honestly, sis, what did you think? I thought it was bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, honestly,
I
I
think it
think
was
it was something
bullshit.
to cover over for what everything that's
Right,
happening. I really
right.
do. Because you can't, I'm gonna tell you something. It's one thing, you can't help who you love. And she loved this man in death. She still have that certain love that she has to this other man in death. And he knows that. He feels
Mhm.
that. How he's handled it, that's not for me to say, but he knows this. She knows it. Jada has not been able to be Jada for a long time. For a long time. If you notice, even from her character from a different world, that's who Jada is. That she didn't have to work. She didn't have to work hard with acting. That's who
Yes,
she is.
yes, she did. Let me tell you something.
Not
Let me
for
tell
not
you
for
something.
different world. Not for a different
Well,
world
not,
because that's
but
her.
a different world is it's a different world now.
No, but I'm
Okay,
just saying.
had she not a married Will Smith, she would have been a lost child, a childhood star. Okay, and she knew that. She knew that. Let's just face it. Jada is a C-lister
Hmm?
celebrity without her husband.
Hmm?
And I think that she was power driven. I think that she wanted that status so much that she was willing to do anything to keep her marriage. You know,
Well,
despite her happy, okay, I don't think so. I'm well, that's just my opinion. I think that yeah, she's just power driven and she did whatever she could do to keep her marriage. She knew that had she not have married Smith, that her career wouldn't have carried her this far.
but wait a minute.
She would have never done the set it off and got all those good roles that she got. The only reason why she got them is because of the status of her husband.
My thing is,
Let's just
my thing
unforget
is,
that.
ladies, if that's the case, if what Jay is saying, which we know ain't right, but if there is what Jay is saying, if you act like it's right, this shows you that no amount of money is worth your peace of mind. Okay, no amount of money is worth your peace of mind, and I don't know if she's coming into that realization now. If what Jay is saying is how she felt, that she was power driven and power hungry, and she wanted to kind of keep that status. She had them kids. You know how much money she could have just been getting just on that alone, even if she had left and did whatever. She could have started her own production company. And actually, Jada started producing behind the scenes. She started producing other more, even that TV show. What's that?
Well, yeah, she had Will's money to do it.
She
Shell
had
Thompson says
now. She did have money now.
Shell
That
Thompson says that they have an open marriage and the shit hit them in their
in
face.
the face.
It hit them
That's
in the
it.
face. Boom.
That's it. It hit him in the face. So I mean, when you really think about it, even whatever she want to do, because you got these women out here that'll be like, listen, I got the kids, I'll divorce him, and the money he is giving me, alimony and whatever, I'll take that and start my own thing. But I really believe that it was just much more to it than just that. I
Sean
really do.
Sean said his money is different from the regular. It definitely is. It's definitely different from the regular, and that's why I said she knew what she had. She knew what she had. Some women are just. I'm not gonna say all, but I just think in her situation, her power and the status got the best of
But
them.
what power? It ain't
Some,
even like she. It ain't even like she really. I mean, honestly,
it,
Jada was
her,
never in the limelight like that. She really wasn't. She really
yeah, I
wasn't.
mean,
Power
she
what?
was. She was.
she had her little band going. No, really, when you really think about it,
She
she
she did
really
she did a children's book. She did a lot of different things,
she
But
wasn't to meet in the
I
limelight
just
like
feel
that.
I just feel like she would not have been who she is had she not have married this man. You know what I'm saying? She would not have seriously. She would not have been.
Maybe
You
she
know,
wouldn't have, for whatever reason. But then that means you tell me
and
that if you said that you thought they were in love, that means that she really didn't marry him out of love. She married him out of convenience,
right.
financial convenience. So you
I
can't.
think and Sean,
Uh huh.
I'm sorry, Sean Barnes says I like Jada, but I think she can. What do you say? I
She
think
took it a little.
she took it a little too far.
Mhm.
And she did. I liked her too. I like Jada a lot, and it just once she did that, it was just like it just made me look at her different.
No,
It really did
not me.
because
I just feel like
you know why? You know why? You know why? Because my thing is this: if you are gonna do something and you in the limelight, if
Mhm,
you're gonna tell it, tell all.
mhm.
That red table talk that she did, it wasn't enough for me. It
Right,
wasn't
but she
enough,
had, but
and
she
that's what made me look at her differently. It was just like, nah, sis, you're not really explaining yourself the way you should. You got a lot of explaining to do, especially for people who admire you and your fans and look up to
right.
you.
But if you look at the
It wasn't enough for me.
if you look at the first red table talks and when she started talking about her life, even from her mom being a kid, going through what she was going through with Will, she does lead up to this. She does because you're not going to fit everything in an hour. So she does lead up to things that have went on in her life, her depression, all that. It all leads up to this. It really does, and that's why I said if you're depressed, like I said, for Jaden, he probably feel like I just probably saw my mother trying to commit suicide. We don't know. Maybe that part didn't come out, but he probably said I'd rather this than that because you have so many suicide over mental illness is on such an all-time high that when people say that they're depressed, you're so happy that they're able to overcome their depression by having other outlets than just killing themselves. I mean,
And her
she
outlet was
was really
August
depressed.
Alsina.
She was, yeah, well,
Her outlet was August Alsina,
and
and then
it
you
could have
sitting
been
here saying
alcohol.
my thing is I some of the things that she says it just doesn't add up to me. You say that you are mentoring August Alsina. How can you mentor somebody if you're not mentally healed yourself?
Some people don't even realize
You
how
understand what I'm
damaged they
saying?
are. Some
How
people
can
don't.
you?
I'm gonna tell
How
you,
can you?
Jay. Some people.
But hold on. But you're going on. You're on a public platform. Talking about stress and mental disorders, making it seem as if you're healed. You know what I'm saying? And people looking at that, and going based off what you're saying, hoping that it could possibly heal them. But in reality, you're not being transparent. You're sitting there. You're sitting there. I think that she manipulated that man. I really did. You're being his mentor. A mentor does. You don't sleep with your mentors. Okay, if you're coaching them, if you're supposed to be a life coach, and a mentor, you're supposed to be helping them.
Mm-hmm.
How is sleeping with that man helping him? And this is why I said that I felt like she took advantage of the situation,
But that's why I
and
said maybe she didn't realize.
where did it leave him? Where has it left him?
My thing is
That
maybe
man could have committed suicide. He was already broken. I don't
maybe
know if
she
you
didn't
listened to
realize
the
how
interview.
broken she didn't realize how broken she was because you have people even now in religious sectors that they'll preach God, God, God all day, and they'll turn around and do something totally different. People sometimes don't realize how broken they are until they're put into certain situations. We might think we are okay. I'm all right with that. I'm okay. And then till something happens, be like, well, damn, maybe I'm really not okay. Maybe I need some therapy. Maybe I need some help.
But
I
at whose cost though? You know what I'm saying? It's just not one person that this is affected.
right. I'm not saying
It is not just it's her children. And then it's more than one person other people in that family dynamic could have been affected by it
right,
as well.
but when
You
you're
know what I'm
broken,
saying? And that's why it goes back to I'm saying it was just a selfish act. You
Right, but
know,
when you're broken,
yeah.
it affects everybody anyway. No matter what kind of broken you are, it affects your family. No matter how you look at it. When you're broken, and it's gonna affect people that care about you. No matter how, when people commit suicide, you know how that hurt. They say, "Dak, how selfish is that?" You know, they didn't even think about my feelings. You know, so when you're broken, yeah, so many people are affected by it, but unfortunately, you need mental help. You know, sometimes people think, oh, money, they got this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. When you can't be fixed just by putting a band-aid on it. And that's what she did. She would put a band-aid on it and not realizing that she wasn't healed herself.
Shel Tompkins says that Jada was trying to be transparent to captivate her audience, and well, you wasn't trans. She wasn't transparent enough, and like you said, trying to be
Mm-hmm.
transparent. You know, that's why I said to me it was all a facade that she was putting on. I didn't really see that whole transparency in her. I didn't. You know, she instead of her, talking on the table, she went around the table. She went around it. You
Mm-hmm.
know?
But
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
talked about it in her previous episodes, like almost at the beginning episodes of the show. She would talk about it, you know,
But
her feelings.
Sean Barnes says that that table talk show was a test to see if she can get the publicity and see if she see if she let Will how the finances would be. She wanted to leave Will.
Oh, okay. So he's saying that she was trying to get her own finances so that she could be able to leave him.
Well, right.
That's what.
Some of y'all haven't be thinking of a master plan. Okay, you know, hiding accounts and shit. Got
That's what
got
they
accounts
do.
overseas, and then when shit hits the fan, I'm good, boo. I'm good.
I'm
It's
good.
been a nice ride. Peace. See ya.
And look, and Nigel.
Watch your investments, fellas.
Shut up, Jay. Shut up, Jay. I think Nigel. That's how I feel, Nigel. That's how I feel. Will mad because the young boy was breaking her ovaries and
Ovaries
cracking her back.
cracking her
That's
back.
right. She didn't even need. Oh,
Yeah,
she didn't even need yoga. She was like,
but nah, not Nigel. But August said that Will gave him his blessing.
that was another
That's
thing.
that's what that's what Will said. That's what August, and I believe that man. That man said that Will gave him his blessing.
Right.
Gave him his blessing. And then Jada gonna say, how could he give what did she say at the table talk? How could he give him his blessing when he could never give somebody his this is my body. How could he give somebody a blessing over what's mine? That's what she said. That's
Because
how
she
she
felt like
tried to.
he owned her and he controlled her ever since he hit her with that newspaper. That's why she was in training then. Yes, that's why that's exactly what happened. He thought he controlled. He just didn't know that the boy was gonna be breaking her back. He didn't know she was gonna be that good.
He knew. Well, maybe he couldn't. Maybe he couldn't do the job. Maybe that obviously not in the serious. I think about that too. Maybe the sex wasn't great in the bedroom because if the sex is good, y'all not going nowhere. Point blank. Period. You're not going nowhere. So I had to think about that too. Like maybe you couldn't please your wife the way she wanted to be pleased, and you know
Yeah,
that
yeah,
could have been it.
yeah.
That's the only thing that I could really think of. Because what would be more of a like y'all are successful, y'all a nice looking couple. Like what is it? You
Right,
know?
exactly right. But before we go, because we are about our time is about up. This was such a great conversation. I want to thank everyone for coming on. You guys was wonderful. We love the comments, guys. We love
Yes,
the comments.
yes.
The engagement was just spectacular. Jay and I was just speaking earlier, and we were saying about doing when it came to our giveaways. But we need to come up with a solution where it's not gonna, because we're not rich.
Correct.
We're not even borderline. Dad,
Right.
we on the skip of the pole. Okay.
Right.
All right. So we want to come up with a way that we're able to show our gratitude to you guys. Whether we do a giveaway where you guys be willing to pay for the shipping, being that we're going to be supplying the product and the merchandise. So we would like to
Right.
know how would if you come up with any other ideas. If you live in the area, Keisha, I'm gonna get that pie to you next week. You got that pie, girl. Okay, so I wanted to give away some pies and stuff for just because some mini pies. But like I said, the shipping and all of that other stuff kind of gets costly. So we just want to
Yeah,
know.
because y'all don't like come y'all want y'all people. I'm not gonna say y'all, but people in general want free shit, but they don't want to come out and get it.
Right.
They
So
don't want
we
to come out and get it. So you don't want to come out and get it. The next best thing is to ship it, but you're gonna have to pay for your shipping and handling. That's all. That's
Right,
all.
right.
That's all.
So we would
Yeah.
love to be able to show our gratitude to you guys. And when when it gets up there that we're able to afford both the product and the shipping, no problem. But for right now,
Right.
we're kind of strapped for cash.
It is what it is, and make sure you
Instead, we
guys
keep it real. We keep it real here.
right. And also with the catering services y'all need and the catering services, make sure y'all holler at your boy. Soul food, Caribbean food, I got you. Cheesecakes, banana pudding,
Rasta
sweet
pasta.
potato pie, rasta pasta, I got you. Holler at me, and I'll send y'all my price list, and we'll take it from there.
Yes.
Once again, guys, we appreciate all the love and support. Make sure you guys hit that like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, guys, you guys been watching Spilling the Tea, where we bring you tea without the honey,
Because
because
it
it ain't
ain't
sweet. It
sweet.
ain't sweet, guys. Till next time, we'll see you then. All right? Peace and love.
I tell you, let me see. This thing you never want to give me